right, man, it's the month of February. How are you going to love your wife? I have 20 ways you can love your wife. Super easy. I'm going to take you on 3 different levels. Okay. Level 1, anybody can do it. It's like sending a text. Level 2 is going to go a little deeper. Level 3 is for those that are super committed and saying, hey, I'm ready to take my marriage to the next level. Ephesians 5:25 says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave his life for her. See, we are called to die for our spouses. I've already done this in a previous message talking about what is leading. I broke that down to an acronym, LEAD. The D stands for die. You have to die to yourself to serve your spouse. Okay, so let's jump into this. Level 1, when it comes to us serving our spouse. Number 1, something you could do to show your wife you love her, take out the garbage. It's easy. It's practical. It's something you can do consistently and show her that you are a team player. I know some of you are like, this is too easy. I'm telling you what, level 1 is easy. Level 1 is stuff we should just be doing. Okay. Number 2, lift the toilet seat when you pee. Don't make your wife have to sit down on wet urine. Lift the toilet seat. Oh, and here, take it up a level. Ready for this? Put it down when you're done. It's the little things. I'm telling you what, those little things matter to your spouse. If you already do that, you recognize how much that matters to her, and she probably doesn't even bring it up. But if you stopped doing it, she would notice. Okay, number 3, hold her hand in public. She's yours, right? The Bible talks about that. The husband's body no longer belongs to him, belongs to her. The wife's body no longer belongs to her, belongs to him. 2 become one, okay? 2 become one. Hold your spouse's hand in public. You're not looking at any other chick. You're not interested in any other chick. You are only interested in your boo. Hold her hand. She loves that. Okay. It's effortless, right? Number 4, compliment her often. Now, here's the thing. Know your spouse. Know your spouse's love language. My wife, her love language is not words of affirmation. When I affirm her in public, in front of people, okay, we are pastors. And so if I'm affirming her on stage, she feels awkward. If I'm affirming her in the bedroom before we go out of how beautiful she looks, she loves that. When she's wearing a dress, when she gets her hair all done up, when she does her makeup a certain way, she loves that. Compliment her often. Okay, buy her flowers. This is number 5. Buy her flowers for no reason. No reason at all. The other day, I was at a grocery store down the road, was checking out, and I had my 3 kids. I saw some roses, picked them up. And Vivi, my 7-year-old's like, are those for mom? I said, they sure are. Now, here's the thing. I want to give these to my kids too, okay? But roses get stupid expensive. I want to give them for my mom. My mom lives with us. But I got them for my wife. And I brought them home. And Vivi, she wanted to give them to Chrissy. I said, no, I am. And here's the reason why. I want my wife to know I'm always thinking about her. So here's a flower. Now, here's the thing. When I take my kids out on date, I get them flowers too. Someone be like, you should have gave your daughter a flower. Listen, this gesture to my wife speaks volumes. Even if like flowers aren't her thing, but it just shows her I'm always thinking of her. Number 6, kiss her and hug her without expecting anything in return. Kiss her. My wife has told me, okay, so here's my sin. Men, I am not perfect in any way. I mess up quite a bit. And one of the things where I mess up is when my wife is on her period, I guess I tended to not kiss her. I didn't hug her enough. And she said, I feel like you don't kiss me when I'm on a period because the only time you kiss me is because you're initiating sex. So what did I do? I learned from that. I took note. I will no longer just kiss my wife when she's not on her period. I'm going to initiate with her, right? When she's on her period, I'm going to kiss her long. I'm going to hug her often. I took note. When your wife tells you something that you're messing up at, don't get mad about it. Just correct it. Number 7, take a household chore let me start this over. Number 7, take on a household chore like doing the dishes, mowing the lawn, cleaning the pool, taking out the garbage, whatever it is. Do this for her. She loves it. This shows you appreciate all she does around the house. This matters. Number 8. Now, again, some of you are like, I'm doing all these. I get it because this is level 1. It's just level 1, guys. Okay, I'm going to take you deeper. Okay, level 2, I'm going to challenge some of you. Level 3 is going to be like, whoa. Level 1. Number 8, plan a date night. This is your job. Your responsibility. The way that I compare it is men, we are like hunters, okay? And when we first started dating our spouse, boy, oh boy, we saw that game that she was, and we're like, oh, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that, right? Like that was our mindset. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win her over. But what tends to happen with hunters is after you bag your game, you end up just hanging that head up on the wall behind you, like like a deer with big old antlers. And we no longer pursue the hunt anymore. You got to pursue. You got to date. You got to schedule. You got to get the babysitter. You got to plan where you're going, because here's what I know, and you know this. When you don't plan where you want to go for dinner, you're going to ask her. And what is she going to say? I don't care. Where do you want to go? It's going to bounce back on you anyway. So you plan it. Know her. Know what she doesn't like. Like my wife can't stand Olive Garden. My wife can't stand heavy Chinese food with like heavy sauce. She likes Asian food, but not like the heavy sauce. My wife, when she was doing the Daniel plan, I'm like, okay, we got to go to a place that's more veggie oriented. So it's knowing your spouse. Okay. Plan a date night. And here's the thing. It doesn't have to be dinner. Go for a walk. Go for an e-bike ride. Go to the gym together. We've been doing that for a date. Just go for a drive. Go stare at the ocean. Number 9, pray for her and let her know. Pray for her. Now, my wife and I, we started this years ago. Every night we pray together with each other, and it could be just for 1 minute. It might be for 20 minutes. Okay. We pray. But I also let my wife know when I'm praying for her, because I pray for her daily. She's on my prayer list. And I have a specific prayer that is for my wife. And I might comment it below and post it below, so then you guys can start praying over your spouse. But I just have a specific prayer I pray over her. If you want me to post my prayer that I pray over Chrissy below, I want you to go ahead and comment, like I want that prayer, or post it, whatever. Just comment below that you want that prayer, and I'll put it there for you. Number 10. Share with her how God's speaking to you. Again, the married life, we are Christians, okay? We believe that our marriage would not be where it is today without God. And so when I read the Bible, like right now I'm going through 1 Samuel, I share with her what I'm reading in the Bible. The other day I was reading in Acts. I shared with her what I got out of Acts. You want to show your spouse that you're growing. And what's cool is that even when you go through books of the Bible together, she might get one thing and you get something else, and then you're talking about how you're seeing it from different point of views, how the Holy Spirit speaks to you in different areas. It's fun to be able to do that. So that's important that we should be doing as men. We're leading our families. We're showing them that we're growing in Christ, and asking them and showing them how they can grow in Christ also. Okay, number 2, are you ready for this? Are you ready to go up a level? Oh, time to level up. Here we go. Okay, number 2. Number 11, remember special dates like her birthday and anniversary. Now, some of you, I already know the pushback. You're going to say, that's level 2? That sounds JV. For some people, that's very level 2, because you don't think about I don't mean to sound mean, but you don't think about it. And can I just be honest? I remember my anniversary and her birthday very easily. But when it comes to my kid's birthday, I forget those all the time. But here's something simple. Use a calendar, use a reminder. Don't forget her birthday. Don't forget her or your anniversary. And maybe you have multiple anniversaries. You had when you started dating in high school, then you had when you got married, and you had your, I don't know what other anniversaries there are. You've renewed your vows. I don't know. Just remember them. Okay. Number 12. Okay. What you want to do for your wife is you want to capture moments. My wife and I are so bad at this, so I'm trying to get better. I just want to take out my phone and take photos of her and of us together to remember the experiences that we have when we go on dates and go on adventures, certain things like that, because my phone is full of pictures of my kids. But I don't take a lot of us. Now, here's a caveat to that. You can look this up yourself. Oftentimes when you see couples that post a lot of pictures of themselves, those tend to be couples that actually aren't that happy, because they're trying to show, oh, we have it all together. Look at us. And it's like, you actually don't have it all together. So I'm not telling you to take photos and post it. I'm just saying, take photos to show her, oh, there's no one else I'd rather have with me in this photo. Okay. Number 13, go for a walk together without your phone. Even without your Apple Watch, take it off. Why? Don't get distracted. We all know this. Our phone is a distraction to everything. The other night I was reading with my daughter in bed, and she's like, why do you keep looking at your phone? I'm like, because I'm bored, because you're learning to read and it's very slow. Can we be honest? Can I just be real? But it hit me. I'm like, okay, like my phone is becoming a distraction, because really I'm never going to get this moment back with my child, even though, like I cruised through the sentence in 1 second and it's taken her 30 seconds. It's like, yeah, okay, Put that aside. Okay. That's just your ego, Joe. Spend time with your child. Don't get distracted. Same thing with our spouse. Don't get distracted on score updates, on whatever it is, whatever's distracting on your phone, work, emails, blah, blah, blah. Number 14, share about your date beyond bullet points. So what I did when me and Chrissy first got married is I would take notes of everything that happened throughout the day, because what would tend to happen is she would ask me how my day was. And I was fine. It was a day. It was a work day, right? But she wanted more. She wanted to know more. So what I started doing was taking notes of, especially because I was an intern at a church, and we would always be just doing the randomest jobs and stuff. And those were those were the good old days, if I could be honest, of ministry. We did the craziest things and randomest things. But we had a couple other interns, and they just always do the funniest things, or just be a goof. And I would just take notes of it. And so we come home and I just tell her all these stories, and we just laugh and go through it. So she wants to hear about your day. Your work day, your workout, if you're a coach, whatever it is, share with her about your day. Okay. This is level 2. All right. Some of you are like, okay, yeah, I don't share with her about my day. It's time for you to level up, bro. All right, here we go. Number 15, listen to understand, not just respond. Ask questions, listen carefully. What I've started doing, my wife and I were pulling back from TV. We watch a movie once a week now on our date nights. And what we tend to do is, laying in bed, we tend to do this new thing called talking. And we'll just lay there and talk. And I'll listen. And as she's speaking, I'll then ask questions about what she's speaking to me about. And no phone in the room. We started charging our phone in the office, so that's away. No iPad. We have our Bible, we have a book, and we have each other. Now, I know some of you are like, that sounds crazy. I'm telling you, that's a stretch. That really should be level 3, if I could just be honest. I feel like that's level 3 because I don't want to waste all of my time watching a show that those characters or actors don't even care about me. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I love movies. This is probably the hardest thing because I love movies. I went to school for film and video. And so now that I'm not watching movies, I'm like, oh my gosh, but I found us connecting so much more. And guys, if I just give you a tip, that connection has led to a lot more intimacy. Is it okay to say that? It's kind of like a little hack for you, okay? Even trying it. Hey, let's not have the TV on, in the bedroom. Let's not have our phones out. Let's not have an iPad. Let's just you and I. I'm just telling you. Listen, this is from one dude to another. I'm just trying to help you out. I didn't even mean for that to happen. But I'm listening and I'm caring. And it's leading to deeper intimacy. Number 16, help her pursue her calling. What did God create her to do? He created her on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. Is it a new job? Is it a ministry? Is it a passion project? Whatever it is, you be her biggest cheerleader. Cheer her on. Maybe for her, pursuing her calling is just being a stay-at-home mom. Cheer for her. Girl, you kill it raising our kids, taking care of the home. It's always in order. The way that you raise our kids, they're never without food. They never lack. They're always being cared for. You take them to the park. You take them, talk her up, cheer her on, because I'm telling you what, you don't want anyone else raising your kids. Or maybe it is going full-time in a ministry, full-time in work, whatever it is, cheer, girl, because she's going to have hard days. She's going to have hard days with the kids. She's going to have hard days at work, hard days starting a new ministry. You cheer her on, okay? And don't expect anything in return. Like, you ain't trying to get some from this. Just cheer her on, okay? Be her biggest cheerleader. Okay, level 3. Y'all, level 3, okay? If you're ready to level up, I want you to go ahead. Type below, level up. All right, level up. Here we go. And also, if you're already doing this, or maybe this has encouraged you, I want you to hit that subscribe button. You're like, dude, I like what Joe is sharing with me for the men portion of this podcast, because I want to get better as a man. We all do, right? Like, we don't want to settle. Let's get better together, okay? As I even go through this, if you're doing something I don't mention and you're like, hey, this has helped in my marriage, please post it below. We want to get better together. This is community. Let's do this. Okay, number 17. Ready for this? Renew your vows. Renew your vows. Every 10 years or sooner, recommit to your marriage and reflect on your journey together. Matter of fact, shameless plug, this is actually going to go in to my next one. But when it comes to renewing your vows, you can do that as a marriage conference. You can do that by having almost like a wedding ceremony at your house. We have some friends from church that they just did that, and they had, I mean, it was like a wedding. It was crazy. Cause I've been part of vow renewals before. That's just like at a conference and we stand up and we renew our vows and that's it. And, with other people doing it at the same time. But they did a wedding with, I mean, a dance floor, food, DJ. I mean, it was actually pretty amazing. You don't have to do that. You can actually, and here's one, ready for this? When it comes to level 3, this is going to be number 18. Renew your vows at the Married Life Cruise. Listen, level up. Start taking your wife to conferences, to getaways, on cruises, on vacations without kids. This, I'm telling you, you see some of you're like, oh, I can't do that. It's level 3. I told you it's level 3. This ain't easy. Because some of you are like, we've never been away from the kids. And you know what? You need to be. Because the reason you have those kids is because they weren't there in the first place. You need to get a sitter, a parent, someone from church, whatever. You know, be like, hey, I'm going to be gone for 4 days. I think it's 5 days and 4 nights, the Married Life Cruise. So it's in July, at the end of July into August. The link is posted below. So if you're interested, go ahead and click that. But what we're going to be doing, we're coming out of LA. We're going to Catalina Island. We have a day at sea. We're going to Ensenada, and then we're back in LA. It's a pretty quick trip. But we do a marriage roundtable, or I shouldn't say roundtable. We have like a little conference room. We do a marriage session first thing in the morning. We're going to give you a goodie bag. Man, can I just tell you something? I put together these goodie bags. Don't tell your wife. Don't tell your wife, because she's like, listen, I know this dude. I've listened to his podcast. Okay. I don't want that goodie bag. Men, listen, after she gets that goodie bag, she is going to be glad that she got that goodie bag. Because me and Chrissy, we talk about this all the time. I'm the creative one. Like, I'm like, oh, what if we try this? What if we try this? What if we try this? We had some women blushing hardcore that first day when they all got their black bag and they opened it up, and ain't nobody pulled out what was inside of it in the conference room. They took it back to their bedroom and pulled it out. But man, when they just looked, blushing. Okay. But let me tell you something. I heard nothing but good things from the husbands from that goodie bag. Just saying. And here's the thing. We pour into your marriage. We are going to do a vow renewal. That's why I was saying these two tie together. We're going to do a vow renewal. We're going to do some Q&A. And here's the thing. We're going to have fun. It's a cruise. It's all you can eat food. There's massages. There's pickleball. There's basketball. There's a pool. There's a hot tub. It's a blast. I mean, there's fun game shows that we went on. There's like a marriage game show. It's a blast. I'm just telling y'all, it is a good time. And so make sure, click that link below, get all the information, get the sitter, and let's go party together. It'll be fun. Okay, what was that? I think that was 18. So here's number 19. Respect and support her family. I know this is level 3. So here's a little tip. Okay. When it comes to the in-laws, don't talk trash about them. And then when there's issues, just have your spouse deal with her side and you deal with your side. That's what me and my wife, what Chrissy and I have done. I take care of my side. She takes care of her side, and works out that there's no issues with each other. Okay. Number 19. Or was that 19? Let's just keep going. Surround yourself. This is the last one and the hardest one. Okay. I don't even think that last one was that hard, right? That should probably level 2. Here's level 3. Surround yourself with godly influences. If you're married and you're hanging out with a lot of single dudes, you got to cut them single dudes out of your life. You should be hanging out with married couples that are further than you, that are farther than you, that are stronger than you, that have been together longer than you, that have a stronger spiritual life than you, because the goal is to be like them, not like the single dude over here. Because the single dude, what he's going to say is, oh, you got to get home. Oh, you're so whipped, man. Oh, man, you can't stay out any longer and watch the game. Or it's like, bro, like, this is why you're single, because you're selfish. You don't want to slip into that selfishness, because that's what the devil works, you know? Like, we see that is it 1 John talks about that. It's the pride of life, the love of the flesh, and the love of the world, right? Dang it, I messed it up. Go look it up, 1 John. But that's what happens when we get around people that aren't like us. See, the 5 people you surround yourself with are the 5 people, that's what your life's going to look like. So if you want a strong marriage, get around a strong marriage. And let me just tell you this. If your wife's hanging around a bunch of women who are divorced, it's time to start leading her away from them and into stronger marriage couples, okay? and say, hey, we're getting dinner with so-and-so, or I signed us up for this small group at the church, or hey, we don't go to church. I found a church like Vivid Church here in Southern California. Whatever it is, you're leading her and you're leading yourself out of those unhealthy relationships because you're modeling, right? Like you're showing her like, hey, this is the vision I have for us in the future. So, okay, so those are really quick. Those were the 20 ways that you can show your boo that you love her this February. Because I mean, hey, it's Valentine's month. Like, and some of these things are so easy, right? I mean, so easy, guys. When it even comes to texting your wife, you can schedule a text. Okay, you know what you could do? Okay, I'm gonna end with this, and don't tell your wife I told you this. Don't tell my wife either. You could say, you know what? I'm gonna do this real quick. Go to ChatGPT. Let's not tell our spouses. I don't know why my internet's low and so slow. Okay. Give me 31 days worth of text messages to send to my wife about how much I love her. Boom. Period. That's it. Okay. So let me go through this real quick. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to give you one. Like my internet is slow right now. It's bugging me. Okay. So this is what he said. Day one. Good morning, my love. I don't call Chrissy my love, even though in my phone, oh, my son just walked in the office. See you, bud. Even though she is in my my phone, love of my life. So maybe I'd say that. Hey, good morning, love of my life. Just a reminder that you are the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm so grateful for you. Now, again, on your iPhone, I think you can schedule it out now. I don't know how far in advance, but guys, it's that easy. See, sometimes we overcomplicate how to show my wife that I love her. And some of you are like, oh, well, that's cheating. And here's the thing. You don't have to copy and paste this exactly, but it might spark like, oh, I do love that about my wife. Day two, I love the way you laugh. 100% I love the way my wife laughs. The way that you care, the way that you make our house a home. You're my everything. Yeah, I just don't know how to say that. See, some of you, you're getting mad right now. Or maybe some of you are like, this is genius, right? Because you gave your wife a Valentine's card that you didn't write. Can I say that again? You give your wife a Valentine's card, a birthday card, a Christmas card, an anniversary card that you didn't write. So now you're getting mad that I'm telling you to use ChatGPT. Bro, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help myself out. Can we just grow together? Listen, if this is helping you, I want you to hit that subscribe button. And you can even comment below. No, don't comment below. I was going to say comment below that I'm using ChatGPT. We don't want them to know, okay? Because they might not understand. It's the same thing as a Valentine's card, okay? You and I get that because we just get it. Anyways, hey, I want to help you out. So I have, like I told you earlier, that video on leading your wife. I'm going to post it right here. This video is all about what it looks like for you to lead in your home. Because I said that last one is dying. Okay. This is for you. Okay. This is for you to keep growing as a man. We're in this together. All right. Like I said, comment below also the way that you're showing your wife you love her, because I want to get better. Teach me some stuff. All right. All right. See you guys in the next video.